Spoiler alert, is the new TMZ documentary about Liam Payne worth watching? The answer is no. But if you're curious as to some of the revelations and interviews, I'm here to fill you in. First up, we've got Roger Norris, Liam's former manager and the friend of his that he was with on the day that he passed away at the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel in Buenos Aires. Roger is facing charges of abandonment resulting in death. But he's gone to court in Buenos Aires and countered that it's actually the hotel's responsibility. They were at fault. They should have had a doctor on call. They knew that when Liam checked in, he was already out of it. And for some reason, I can't quite grasp, Roger thought it was a good idea to chat with TMZ. He tells them of that last day together, the last time he saw Liam, quote, he was in good spirits. He was talking to 10 or 15 Americans that were here for a wedding. He was perfectly balanced, talking to everybody, having fun, laughing, so nothing out of the ordinary. So that's when I said bye. He seemed playful and happy. I went to the hotel 3 times to check on him. He seemed tipsy, but nothing out of the ordinary. That's not what fellow hotel guests said, and that's not what we saw with security camera footage from his final moments. Liam was passed out, convulsing, so out of it that the hotel staff, instead of calling an ambulance right away, chose to forcibly drag him up to his hotel room. And Roger knew what Liam was up to. According to court documents, Liam texted Roger within the last 24 hours of his life. Score me some grams. Help me score some grams. How can I get some grams? He wanted Roger to facilitate some powder. And Roger also knew that in that last day, Liam had an encounter with 2 professional female lovers, hired companions. And there was an altercation because he didn't want to pay them. And for this man to claim that he was happy and all was fine when he knew that wasn't the case, to say this, to bold-face lie in this new interview just makes no sense to me. On the flip side, one of the other people that has been in connection to Liam's death that is facing charges as well is that former restaurant worker. It makes total sense for him to talk to TMZ because he probably got paid. Probably not even that much. If I had to put a price tag on it, they probably offered him $25K, which for that dude is probably more than enough to pay his legal fees, which is what he needs right now. Brian Payne tells TMZ, my name is Brian, I'm 24 years old, and I met Liam at my restaurant. They say I'm the dealer, that I carried drugs, that I sold them. And the truth is that no, I didn't sell them. And this dude, even though I understand why Brian agreed to chat, he didn't do himself any favors. He just made things way worse for him because he's now backtracking and admitting without verbally stating it in this interview. But I remember he previously denied consuming substances with Liam. He just said prior to this TMZ interview that they drank and smoked the plant. Now he says that they drank and also did some of that. You can't even keep your story straight. Brian says, I didn't accept his money, nothing. He wanted to give me his Rolex. I didn't accept it. I didn't accept anything. Just a drawing that he drew, which was part of my eyes, nose, mouth. He draws, I draw. I'm studying to do it, so I had drawings. Regarding the first time that they hung out, Brian says there was the coca. There wasn't even a lot of it, but we had some with the whiskey. The second time they hung out, though, Brian says the soapbox and aluminum foil was already there. DRUGS, scattered everywhere. A lot of substances. And that's what authorities are trying to determine. How did he get all of that? Another person that TMZ chats with in their new Liam Payne documentary is this guy who was getting married, and his whole wedding party was staying at the same hotel, Casa Sur Palermo in Buenos Aires. Sadly, traumatically, Brett Watson says that he witnessed the literal final seconds of Liam's life. So warning, this next part is especially descriptive and could be traumatic. Brett Watson tells TMZ, I was meeting our wedding planner. We had gone up to the room and happened to be looking out of the window of our hotel. We saw Liam fall. We immediately rushed out on the balcony to see what it was, and when we looked down, and we could see it was Liam lying on the ground. He landed face up, so we could tell right away it was him, and he was motionless. I don't have a medical background, but from what I saw, it looked like he passed away on impact. Time stopped or slowed down immediately. Seeing anyone just fall like that is heartbreaking, but being able to see it happen and hear the impact on the ground, which was more haunting than seeing him fall, then seeing the immediate aftermath, is something that is burned into my brain and I will never forget, and I'm still working through processing and understanding everything we saw. And a reminder, TMZ is the outlet that published photos of Liam's body after he fell. So if you're curious, I would probably skip this documentary. I wouldn't watch it. But I don't think Liam fans are the ones that are going to be watching it. It's probably just TMZ viewers. And these interviews literally, oh wow, rehashing things we already know for the most part. Thoughts? Let me know in the comment section.